What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis. Of course, this is TWA Motorsports, and today we are working on the Tahoe. I say today, it's almost night. I'm going to try to run this episode. Well, you guys won't notice it because it's going to happen in 2 days, but I'm going to start tonight because I have some daylight left and I want to do this. But we are going to take the emblems off of the Tahoe. Now, after we take the emblems off, we're going to wash it, and then I have a surprise for you guys, but you're going to have to wait until we get it washed because the surprise doesn't work unless it's clean. So we're going to start with this. If you guys have seen any of my videos before, you know that I've taken several of these emblems off, and this dent makes me crazy. You can see I've wiped on it a lot. I'm going to get that fixed. I'm not going to paint this whole panel, but I think I'm just going to touch it up after I get some PDR. But there's only 4 emblems on this thing, which is nice. You got the Z71 here. Obviously, you have that on the pillar, and then the Chevrolet and the Z71 on that side. So there's no other badges other than that, so it should be relatively simple and quick. But I'm going to be using the same method I use on all of them: some fishing line, some 3M adhesive remover, and my heat gun. Now, I may have to get my eraser wheel on the Chevrolet badge. I'm not real sure. I'm hoping not. I think maybe it's going to come off. But let's get started with getting these emblems off. All right, let's get started. I'm hoping it doesn't take much to get these off. But it's been really cold today. I'm also hoping I can use one string and get all of them off. Now once I get it warm, then we'll slide this fishing line behind it. Like I said, you guys have probably seen me do this because I do it to just about everything I own. I hate emblems. And oh my gosh, we're going to have to use the eraser wheel on that guy. What a bummer. Alright, I'm going to go to the other side, then we'll go to the tailgate. We'll use the eraser wheel last. Now before I go crazy with my eraser wheel, I'm I'm gonna clean some of the dirt off around it. Now remember, I'm gonna be paint correcting this down the road. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna get it nice and clean. But I don't wanna be, if there's any loose dirt that I can keep out of this, make my life a little easier, we're gonna do that. So, got that cleaned up. Now grab my eraser wheel and see if we can get that reflective tape off. So that sticker was pretty on there. So now we're going to follow this up with some adhesive remover. Get the rest of the glue off. And hopefully this will clean up nice. Now obviously I'm going to have to paint correct this whole thing, or at least this area, to make this look right, because the paint fades over time and you can see the outline of it. But one down, and what, 3 more to go? The bow tie, or the Chevy emblem on the tailgate, will take the longest. I'll just time lapse this for you guys so you don't have to watch the whole thing. So as you can clearly see, I'm gonna have to go over this with my buffer just to get that staining off. Pretty common, you know, the back of this takes a lot of beating. A lot of people don't think that because it's not facing bugs and whatnot, it doesn't get beat up, but all the dust and dirt and debris fly on the back of these. So I am gonna go over that. I don't think I'll probably show you guys that, because I'll get more into that when I do a full paint correction on this thing, but probably gonna go over that. But now let's get all my stuff out. I generally use a 2-bucket method, and I'll explain more once I get all that stuff out. But let's get this thing cleaned up. So it's the next morning. I did go ahead and run over this last night with some M105 in my microfiber, and all of that etching came out. It even came out on the sides. There wasn't really much on the, as far as the Z71 badges go, but it's time to wash. And kind of the method that I use, guys, I use 3 buckets. So I have a bucket for my wheels, because that is a metallic brake pad composition, so you don't want to be rubbing that all over paint. So I use a separate one for wheels, also have a brush for the wheels, and then like something for inner fenders to clean those. As far as the other 2 buckets, I have a clean water bucket for rinse, and it has a grit guard, and then I have a grit guard in the bottom of this bucket. I'll list all this stuff down below, of course, but I use a microfiber and a microfiber mitt. And then as far as shampoo, I use Adam's car shampoo. I absolutely love the smell of this stuff, but this is the method I use on everything that I wash. So it doesn't matter if it's a cheap junky beater or like my Corvette when I had it. So this is the same method. Now once I finish up, I'm going to set you guys up on a tripod. I am going to be using my chair because I'm old and I hate squatting down to get wheels and inner fenders, so I will be using that. And then I have a bucket to stand on to get to the top, obviously, because it's too tall, it needs to be lowered. And then as far as drying agents, this is it's mixed up in a separate bottle, but it's Car Pro, and it's a waterless wash, and I actually use that to help me when I'm drying it off. So I use a microfiber just to dry the thing off, but I spray this on and use that as kind of a I guess kind of helps make it a little more slick, and you're not dragging across the paint. It's not really that big a deal on this, but it does shine things up and makes it look really nice. So I'm going to set you guys up on the tripod, like I said, once we finish up washing, I will show you the surprise that I have. But I want to get this thing clean so it looks nice for the surprise that I have. So, like I said, I'm going to set you up on the tripod here. I've got it all set up, and we'll just time lapse the washing of this thing, which is going to take forever because it is nasty. So a couple hours later, it's all cleaned up, and it does look better, don't get me wrong, but oh, the things you find when you hand wash a car, it's absolutely ridiculous. So I'll show you guys what I found. You know, I told you this car, or this Tahoe, I don't guess it's really a car, it's an SUV. I told you guys it came from California, and California, man, they cook some cars out there. So some of the paint I noticed, which I didn't notice until I hand washed it, on the top here, check this out. Look at that. That's bad. So, not really sure what I'm going to do there. Obviously, respraying the whole top would be the only good way to fix that. Now, I could touch it up, and chances are you'll never see it. You can't really tell from the front. I guess you can if you look way high, but it's a bummer. Believe me, it's stuff like that makes me give up on projects sometimes, I will tell you guys. But I think we're going to keep plugging along. It's not that huge of a deal, and if I decide to, I guess I could respray the whole top. I don't think that's going to be the method that I use, but we'll just have to see. But obviously I can't leave it unpainted. But let's get to the surprise. So don't look at this car because it's dirty. I'm going to wash it next. But guys, these wheels are going on the Tahoe. Got new tires, got some Falcon 275 45 20. Now that is a little bit smaller, about a little less than an inch smaller than what's on it. So it is going to come down a little bit, but I don't know if you guys noticed, and I probably gave it away a little bit ago when I was showing you guys the stuff that I use, but check it out. No wheels on the truck. They're just literally just sitting there on jack stands. So that those are the wheels off the truck. And I told you guys I thought about doing this. It's going to look a lot better. I really wanted to go with the 22 on this because it's so big. Look at that too. Really shined up my dent. But to be quite honest with you, I wanted a different set of wheels for the truck here, and that, what am I going to do with those other wheels? I could sell them, I guess, but now I could sell these wheels and tires. A little bit of tread left on them, and they're in decent shape. They're not in great shape. Those wheels out there aren't in great shape either, and I felt like with the truck being painted, it deserved a new set of wheels. So I'm going to jack this thing up. I'm going to let this dry out a little bit more. You guys won't notice that because it won't take long through the magic of video, but I'm going to let this dry out a little bit, and well, we'll wheel those tires and wheels over here and see if we can get them on. Now I know somebody out there is going to say they have GMC emblems in the middle. And I'm well aware. I'm going to figure something out. I think you can get a Chevy one that actually fits it. So that may be what I do. I may do what I did on the SS where I buy the sticker for the center. Not really sure yet, but you can't argue with the fact that they look so much better. It's gonna look really good, or at least I think. Let me know what you guys think. So the last thing we need to do now that we got them on is obviously we need to torque them down, but we'll take it for a drive up the road, make sure that everything settles out because the suspension's all relaxed now, so need to let it settle back up, and then we'll take a look around it to see what you guys think of it. I think it's going to look pretty good, but I know that not everybody likes the same stuff as me, so we'll take a look at it here in a minute and you see what you think. So guys, we are finished up for today, and believe me, I am beat. I've been out here since the sun came up. It was freezing cold, and haven't been in, so I've been out here about 8 hours, and I'm tired. But the SS is clean, and I think it looks pretty good. Two things that I wish. I wish I would have went with the 275/55, which is a stock 20 size. Would have been a little bit bigger, and I think it would have still worked with the drop. I was concerned with when I lower it, because I'm not going to slam it. It's not going to be like a 4.6, but I am going to drop it. And I was concerned with the rubbing, and I think it'll look a lot better. It'll actually be even, so I like for it to be even along the top, on the sides. So I think that'll happen with the drop I'm thinking about. But it cleaned up pretty good. It does need a good buffing, and I think I will be doing that. That top part that you guys saw on the very top up here, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do there yet. If I had the whole top painted, I might shave the roof rack while I do it. It's always bugged me to have the little buttons up there like I've done on past vehicles. On black it doesn't bother me as much, but white, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't look right. So tell me what you think, guys. I've been back and forth on putting different wheels on. The other thing I thought about was doing a 22-inch wheel. I kind of wish that I would have done a 22, but I had these. I wanted to do different wheels for the truck, and you guys know that I bought some 22s and that deal didn't work out. I ended up selling those, so those are gone, by the way. But let me know what you think. If you think the wheels are too small, or the wheels and tires are too small, let me know. If you think they look just right and you think it's going to look good drop, let me know that too, guys. But if you do like this video, like always, smash that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed, you got to go down and hit that subscribe button, ring the bell icon, that way you're notified every single time we drop a new video. And well, stay tuned to see what we get for the truck and what we work on next.